the governor's report on the bonded indebtedness?
No, I wasn't able to see the report, but it's something that the Republicans have been talking about continually, is about how we continue to kick this can down the road by continuing the spending on our state credit card. And that's what we keep talking about, is the long-term obligations that seem to keep growing when we're not doing anything to change that.
He says he's making a dent.
Well, he also says that he's putting our state on the right fiscal track, when in fact he put forth the largest tax increase in our state's history, and we still have high unemployment and slow growth. So I would argue that I don't think we made a dent in anything, but in our children's future and our future debt that we're going to continue to have.
Well, his comment is that you folks are criticizing him now, and you stood idly by while a lot of the same stuff and worse went on during Republican administrations, Rowland, etc.
Well, two things.
Nothing and did nothing.
I would say that the Democrats have held the legislature for the last 20 to 30 years. So I would argue that this building has truly been run by the Democratic legislature, regardless of who's been governor. But we've always keep hearing that same speech from this administration, which is blaming the ills of the present on the past. And it's about time you stop looking back at who was governor, about who is governor now, and start taking ownership of the problems in the state of Connecticut rather than keep blaming what took place 10, 15, 20 years ago.
So do you feel the governor is kicking, and the legislature is kicking the can down the road, or you're kicking it to the sidelines now, or what? It never stopped.
It never stopped, and it's took place, ever since he got elected with the spending package and the budget that he put forth. It took place in this past year, where spending increased another 9.8% over the biennium, and it's still continuing to happen, as you saw today.
Do you disagree with his the report, though, that shows that there are some there's like they say a 15% reduction in the overall debt?
Well, again, I haven't seen the report myself, but I think what we've been talking about is the long-term obligations that this state has, whether it be whatever liability you wish to talk about. We have they're too great, and if we're not careful, then we're going to collapse under the weight of it.
Rob, can you talk a little bit about, if it's fair to compare, bonded debt, which is generally fixed, with pensions, which can change over the next 30 years by stock market, or when we start contributing in 2017 toward retiree health care, and if we keep doing it?
Well, this is the same governor, going similar to your question about blaming the past, that knocked the previous administration for that 17-year CBAC deal, yet he extended another 5 years. So rather than reforming that deal or changing that program or package, he actually extended it. So he continues to do that same thing with our long-term obligations, is continue to pretend that they're not there or they're not as large as they are, when in fact they truly are.
Okay.